In the book, Robert Neville dies alone, thus humanity has become legend. Legend. Yet, in the movie, he dies and gives his female counterpart the cure to vampirism disease. In the movie, there's hope that humanity can be saved at the end, so the title, I Am Legends, loses its purpose in the film's theatrical adaptation. It's a complete Hollywood cop-out. I mean, every human in this book, which is just basically Robert Neville left, dies. Every human. Not a single one of them survives. None of them. They all turn into vampires. Basically, the vampires see human beings as basically the new vampires, the legends of old, the nasty creatures hiding in the shadows. Because, I mean, they did cause a lot of problems. We have caused a lot of problems. And it's just annoying that this movie basically took the meaning of I Am Legend and just like threw it out the window. The dog Sam is almost an hour of the film, while in the book Sam is only in a single chapter halfway through the book. This works to make the film somewhat more emotional in the death of Neville's dog, because there is much more impact when Neville loses his one close living interaction. I mean, Neville himself is just basically trying to find any kind of interaction that he can, and the dog being in like over an hour of this film is actually pretty good. It's really good because it shows a lot more his Will Smith's like interaction with the dog is a lot more like nice. It's a lot nicer, and it's probably better than this. Just that aspect. Don't get carried away. And Robert Neville's wife dies in a helicopter crash in the film, while in the book she becomes one of the infected in the pandemic as the pandemic steadily grows in magnitude, which is so stupid that this movie did not have that, because it's mind-boggling to me. Like that they would take such an interesting twist, like the main character's wife turns into a vampire, and they don't have it in the film. They basically just have her die in a helicopter. Ooh, that's a lot more emotional. It's ridiculous. And finally, there is no other human than Robert Neville in this story. Yeah, they have flashbacks, but aside from those flashbacks, Robert Neville's the only person. I mean, so Alice Braga as Anna and Charlie Tahan as Ethan, they were just completely fabricated. I mean, it's supposed to be about the book is supposed to be about isolation. What a social human being does once he's completely cut off from the world. He's basically living in a world that's basically a gigantic prison. He doesn't have anyone to talk to, and it bothers me that the film did that. But I mean, yeah, he grows some like other like human interaction in the film. Ooh, what he couldn't like figure. He couldn't live on his own? I mean, he tries to, like, kill himself in this movie. It's just like, oh, my dog's dead. Now I'm gonna kill myself. Which, I can understand that the emotional aspect of him, being sad about his dog dying, that was basically his last living interaction that he could have. I would be pissed, too. I wouldn't kill myself. In the story, in the movie, he's so much less violent than this. Because in this, while he's out looking for food, he's also killing vampires. He's going through houses, breaking into them, and killing them while they're asleep during the day. And in this, he's pussyfooting. I give this film one thumb up or a nil thumb, just because this film, if you're looking at it from the perspective of someone who read this book first, This book is vastly superior. And the differences that I mentioned, there's actually just a complete line, like a mile-long line of differences between the book and the movie. But they did have three different interpretations, and the movie the original book inspired a bunch of different other movies too. But yeah, I'm on the fence with this one. I'm going to give this like a half thumb, which is decent. At least I'm not going like this, or this. So it's a decent rating. Do I consider this movie great? It's a good film. It's a good film. You're gonna enjoy yourself when you see this film. The ending isn't really terrible. It's just annoying. Oh, also, if you get the special edition one, there is a alternate ending on this one. I saw it. I thought it was decent. It tries to give the the vampires a little bit more, brains, but in the end, I can see why it was cut. It was just weird. So yeah, that's my review of I Am Legend. Sorry, but yeah, I did warn you about the spoilers, so don't cause any shit. All right. I'm Gregor Gonda, and I say, read the book. Read the book.